Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Angel. For those of you who are new here, today is going to be a pregnancy video. I'm going to be sharing with you guys some pregnancy hacks and tips and things I wish someone would have shared with me or that I wish I'd known while I was pregnant. This is my second pregnancy and I have a 3-year-old toddler now, and I'm currently close to delivery for this second one. So I'm a few weeks away from delivery, third trimester. So we're definitely almost there. So hopefully you find these tips helpful to you. I'm recovering so many things today from stretch marks because I've been so blessed. But I also put in a lot of work that I did not have stretch marks from my first pregnancy, and even this pregnancy too. I have minimum stretch marks too. I'm going to share with you my tips and hacks for that. We're going to cover nauseousness. We're going to cover so much. So hopefully you'll find these tips helpful. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Also give me that thumbs up, you guys, if you enjoy hanging with me and you find my tips helpful. Let's start with tip number 1. Morning sickness / vomiting, also nauseousness as well. So tackling all of this in one. From my experience, and every pregnancy, remember, it's going to be different. My first pregnancy with my son was a much more easier pregnancy than this pregnancy with baby girl. But with either one of them, I didn't have any throwing up. And with morning sickness, one thing that really helped me was to eat smaller meals throughout the day. And so I do always make sure I'm snacking on something. When we go out, I always have a snack bag. I feel like a baby a lot of times because I have to make sure mommy has snacks. But it's definitely been game changing, super helpful. Just take you crackers, any type of snacks, preferably healthy snacks, or not as fattening like chips and stuff, because remember, every pound you put on is a pound you gotta get off. But try to just be conscious of your snacks, but keep you some snacks, eat throughout the day. That definitely helps for me. Now this pregnancy, I did go through IVF, you guys. If you guys did not know that, I have a whole IVF series on my channel. Both babies was IVF babies, so I went through the ropes when it comes to my body. And this one in particular, I did suffer miscarriage prior. Even my mom said that after you have a miscarriage, your body is going to handle the next baby differently. It could be harder. Mine's baby right here has been harder. So like first trimester, I was sick a lot. I had nauseous a lot. I did have nauseous with ACE, but the things that helped me tackle nauseousness in particular, like with ACE, I did these things called Preggy Pops. These bad boys right here, you can get the suckers or you can get the drops. These are literally like small, like cough drops. They are amazing. I always kept these with me, and anytime I felt nauseous or sick, I would pop one of these in my mouth and I was fine. With ACE especially, these just knocked it right out. I really didn't have to use anything else but these with ACE, my firstborn. And that's throughout my pregnancy, whether I was nauseous in first trimester or nauseous in third trimester. So these are amazing, you guys. I'll link these. I got them from Amazon. Now with this baby right here, I have definitely had to pull out kind of everything. These definitely I still keep with me. They work now my third trimester. First trimester, I just pretty much just stayed sick. A couple things that also helped me with this baby, which again was a lot tougher and rougher than it was with ACE. But nauseousness, popsicles and ice, game changers. I mean, when these would not work, ginger tea is also really good for nauseousness too, you guys. But when my remedy, so when these and my ginger tea did not work, I went to popsicles and ice. And believe it or not, like cold water ice. I just chewing on ice and popsicles. I don't know why, but it always helps. So I want to tell you guys about that in case you get to the point where your ginger tea isn't working, or even your Preggy nauseous drops or pumps or whatever. Try the popsicles and try ice. Both of those literally helped me with this pregnancy. So all right, let's move on to tip number 2. I highly recommend you stay hydrated. Okay, game changing too for how you feel. Even with this pregnancy, like in my Amazon live streams, if you guys have not joined me over there, make sure you come follow me on Amazon and join my live streams. People are like, how do you have so much energy? Hydration is essential for preggers. And one thing I always have with me is my Beast. You guys probably see it on camera. Yep, it's right there. I keep this with me at all times. I don't care if I'm out. I don't care if I'm going to the grocery store. This is with me. It keeps me cold, ice, water. I stay hydrated. And one other thing I love to do too is not only do I drink water, and I'll link that. I got it from Amazon. I have multiples and I love those. I used them with ACE too, my first pregnancy. I had a blue one then, and I kept the blue one with me everywhere I went. Just staying hydrated is game changing. But these drip drops, amazing too. I love drip drops. I've tried a lot electrolyte powders. That's what this is. It's an electrolyte powder. It gives you 3 times hydration of water. So it's really, really awesome. It helps keep me energized, keep me going. I've been able to still work, but if you're traveling, it doesn't matter. These are just really, really awesome for keeping your body extra hydrated. And you guys remember, we're pregnant. So not only normally when you're not pregnant, you need a lot of water, which most people are not getting enough water even when they're not pregnant. Remember, when we're pregnant, we need a lot more. We need enough water for 2 humans. So you cannot get enough hydration. I love the drip drops. These are more on the sweeter side. They taste to me like Kool-Aid, because in some electrolyte powders, you can taste that electrolyte powder, you know what I'm saying? But with drip drops, you can't taste it. It tastes good. They have a variety of flavors. Some of my favorite flavors, you guys, I love berry. I love the watermelon. I mean, I like all the flavors. None of the flavors are nasty to me. So you can get the variety packs too. But these only need 8 ounces of water. Some of the other electrolyte powders need like 16 ounces. Now, this one you only need 8. It tastes great. You can get this down. I usually drink mine first thing in the morning, and especially before my live streams. It gives me that boost of energy to get through it and have high energy too. So if you're struggling in pregnancy, get you some drip drops, and also make sure you stay hydrated. And I mean, hydration goes without saying, but I kid you not, I'm seriously telling you guys, don't underestimate the power of hydration, okay? All right, let's move on to stretch marks and minimizing stretch marks and preventing stretch marks. I know the myth, stretch marks are hereditary, you know, I mean, debatable. But what I can tell you is what worked for me. And this is with 2 pregnancies. And this is with me putting in some work. So with my babies, I gained weight in my belly. That's mostly where my weight goes. And with Ace, I gained 35 pounds. And then with baby girl, we're at about 20, 21 pounds, but I probably end up at about 29, 30 by the time babies deliver. So a little bit less, but still, you know, nice weight, but it's mostly all in my stomach. So my stomach stretches a lot. I have a lot of stretching in my stomach. My stomach is usually overly big than a lot of preggers. If you don't do anything else, make sure you tackle stretch marks. So oil is my first step. And then I follow up with a moisturizer. 2 moisturizers that I love to use. I love anything with mango butter and shea butter. Those 2 butters for me keeps me moisturized enough so that I don't get stretch marks. I used a different one with Ace, but it's really hard to find now because it's been about 3 years now. It's really hard to find. If I can find it, I'll link that one. That was the one I used for Ace. But with baby girl, I used this one a lot, and this is whipped butter shea mango. It's very creamy. It's easy to put on. It's already like smooth for you, because you know sometimes with shea butter and mango butter, it's really hard. This one's already nice and smooth. It's easy to rub in. Smells amazing as well. So I put this on after I oil my whole body down. This is my go-to, my favorite. So a backup is this one. It's a triple threat butter. And this one is shea butter, mango butter, coconut oil. All my favorite oils. Now this one is hard. So you do have to get in there like with a fingernail, or you have to warm it up or put it under a lamp to like warm it up so you can get it out. But it is very, very absorbing, you know, but it is hard. Solidified, so just be ready for that. But it works great too. Anything again with shea butter, mango butter, awesome for your skin. So those have been my tricks, and that's what kept me from getting stretch marks. And again, I have overly stretched stomachs. And another little hack you can do, y'all, add you some oil to your bath. If you take a bath, adding you some type of oil to your bath actually gives you moisture while you're in the bath. One type of oil I love, like Bath and Body Works oils. They are just so nice and oily. They give you so much moisture while you're in the tub. So even if that night you skipped doing your lotion and your oils on your stomach, you still will have moisture in your skin because they oil you while you're in the bath soaking. And it's amazing. So on really, really exhausting nights, I just throw it in the bath while I'm in there. And that way I don't have to worry about moisturizing when I get out. So you can do that as well. Let's tackle this next topic. How to prevent heartburn. If you've been pregnant, you may have dealt with heartburn. I definitely deal with Ace. I think with Ace, it was farther along in my 3rd trimester. I had to deal with heartburn heavily with him a lot. With her, I've had a little bit of heartburn here and there throughout pregnancy. Now, what worked for me, and it knocks it right out in all of 60 seconds, y'all. Warm milk and honey. get you a glass, pour you some milk in it, warm it up, mix you in some honey, and start drinking it, and it literally kills my heartburn every single time. That's my trick. That's what's worked for me. Maybe it'll work for you too. So I wanted to share that tip with you. And y'all, even one of my doctors didn't know that. She's like, oh, I never heard about that, milk and honey. I'm like, man, it was game changing. It works. It worked for me anyway. So hopefully it'll work for you too. All right, let's move on to constipation. I know this is a interesting topic, but let's just be real. With pregnancy comes constipation most times. One thing that's really helped me stay not constipated is some fiber supplements. Preferably, I like these. I've been doing these. These are some fiber gummies made by Amazon brand, and I'll link them below too, you guys, if you want them. They're 4 grams of fiber. They've been perfect for me, and those have definitely helped me. So if you are struggling with constipation, try to find some ways to get you some more fiber in your body. Sometimes magnesium too helps a lot as well. So moving on to acne and skin, right? Because with pregnancies, a lot of times comes the major breakouts because we have all these extra hormones. And from me, I can tell you, I've been pregnant with a boy, I've been pregnant with a girl now. And I know they're a myth. They always say, girl, steal your beauty. So I was prepared for girl. Again, I like to take preventative measures. I've always been that way. So with pregnancy, most people always say, oh, you're gonna get a lot of stretch marks. Or you're gonna get a lot of hair loss. Oh, you're gonna, deal with postpartum depression. Oh, you're gonna deal with this. Oh, you're gonna have that. What I like to do, I know these things are coming, so I like to take preventative measures prior. Even with the girl and her stealing your beauty, what helped me is I made sure to take extra care of my face. So my toners, I make sure I use my toners, and I can link y'all my absolute favorite toner below in the description box. If you want to use a good toner, make sure you're exfoliating really good, and a steamer. Steamers are game changing because that helps to open up your pores so that if dirt and grime and grease and oil is piling up in your skin, that steamer opens those pores up, so when you wash or exfoliate, it can pull it all out. So my skin is not horrible. I have not had breakouts. I have not had acne, pimples, all of that good stuff. I think I maybe have had 1 pimple throughout this whole pregnancy, and what I use to kill that pimple is my pimple sticker. You just stick it on there, and then the next morning the pimple's gone. I'll link that, so if you guys want that, you can grab that too, but they work great. That's how I've tackled acne and keeping my skin clear and beautiful, and that's both with a girl and a boy. Hopefully that helps you too. And steam. Make sure you steam more often so you can keep your face nice and clean. Next tip is to prepare for labor, and ways you can prepare for labor are with exercise balls. I did this with Ace, doing it with baby girl too. It's a ton of exercises, but just bouncing on the balls for one, stretching on the ball. One ball in particular I really like, I got from Amazon because it has like a base in it. We'll link that too. So, but yeah, make sure you're on your exercise ball and getting ready, because the more you're on the ball, you're trying to get your baby to drop and be head down and ready for labor. Worked with Ace, hopefully it works for her, we're gonna see. But definitely that's one thing you can do to prepare for labor, is get you your bouncing ball and get to bouncing. Bounce as much as you want. Squats also help, y'all. Squats, our pelvic floor has to be strong for delivery, so definitely get you some squats in there. And another thing you can do is drink raspberry leaf tea. I did that with Ace as well. Raspberry leaf tea supposedly helps to strengthen your womb, so I did it with Ace. I'm doing it with her too, so those things help me to get ready, prepare for labor. Hopefully it help you too. Now let's talk about this subject, which is maternity clothes. Having you some really good maternity clothes is game changing. I'm gonna share with you guys 2 of my favorite things that are absolute must-haves. I know there's a lot of maternity stuff on the market, okay? But what's been game changing for me is maternity tights with pockets. Okay, these are amazing. I'm gonna show you guys a pair. I have a couple of these, and the reason why I say they're game changing is because the pockets allows us to still carry stuff, and the comfortability of the tights allows you to lounge around the house, go to the store, run your errands, go to the parks, go on vacation. I have worn my maternity tights everywhere. And the pockets, like I said, you can keep your phone in your pockets, you can keep your keys, whatever you need to keep in your pockets. I will keep sanitizer in my pockets, because there are a ton of maternity tights out there, but get the ones with the pockets. And the ones that I have linked are thick tights, so they're not like see-through and thin like some of the other ones I have bought and purchased before. I had to share these with you because my absolute favorite. Now, another great thing that helps out a lot with my pregnancies are maternity belts. And again, I carry a lot of weight in my stomach, so I need some support. And if you're in that situation and you need some support, grab you some maternity belts. They definitely help to lift that weight up so that it's not so much pulling. Our stomachs pull us forward, but it helps to like make us more balanced and help to like lift that weight up some for us. So those have been game changing in the maternity arena. So definitely want to recommend that to you guys. All right, moving on to this next tip. Find things that make your life easier and simpler. For instance, here's some that have worked really amazing for me. One, a spray lotion. After I've tackled my stretch mark area, you know, my stomach, my breast, my hips and all that stuff with my oil and moisturizer, the rest of my body, y'all, I get so tired. I be like, oh my God, I be so tired. I don't want to put lotion on the rest of my body. What I did to make my life easier was I got a spray lotion. And this one is made by Vaseline. And this one is the Cocoa Radiant. It's a continuous spray. So as long as you're holding it, it's going to spray. And honestly, it just sprays on. And I'll be honest, this made my life so much easier because, you know, y'all know we run out of energy quick. Y'all can probably hear it sounds like I done ran them out because I'm out of breath. Seriously, like you just spray it on. That's it. And quick rub and move on. I do that to the rest of my body. I literally had to find something that was making my life easier. And bending over, y'all know bending over is hard. So for my legs and stuff like that, this spray is just like game changing. I spray the front, I spray the back, a quick little rub, and we're good to go. It's definitely made my life easier, especially being pregnant. I just can't bend over like I used to, and I don't have the energy like I used to. And trying to moisturize your whole body sometimes is overly exhausting. So the spray has definitely helped. Now, another item too that's made my life a lot easier is this shaver right here. I love this. I got this off Amazon. You know, shaving definitely gets harder as you get bigger when you're pregnant, but this, you don't need pretty much anything. It has 4 little shaving heads on here, and you just shave in circular motion. So if you're trying to shave your legs like now, you just put it on your leg and go in circular motions up your leg, shave your leg. I literally can shave my legs in like 3 minutes, if that. I don't even think it takes that long. And there's been plenty of times where I went without shaving. I was like, oh, I'm putting on shorts today. Oh goodness, I gotta shave. You don't have to worry about like shaving cream, all that stuff. I mean, a lot of times I may put lotion on to just get my skin soft. Just remember, go in circular motions. It may not work right if you go vertical and up and down and all that stuff. What is the trick here is circular motions. It's an easy shave, it's quick, and it's definitely made my life easier, especially pregnant, because I just cannot get to places like I used to, and I don't have like the energy. But this is a quick shave, I be done, move on, you know. So had to recommend this for my preggers for speeding up shaving. Even if you're not pregnant, it speeds up your life. Being a mom in general, you're overly busy, I feel like, and that I was using that even before pregnancy, and it's just been super helpful while pregnant too. But anyway, that's the tip. Find things that make your life easier as you're pregnant, and you know the hurdles you're having, the struggles you're dealing with. So whatever the case may be, find a way to make it easier for you. Another tip is to have your baby shower earlier. A lot of people like to wait till they're like 9 months pregnant to have their baby shower. Personally, I do not. With Ace, I had his at about 7 months, and with baby girl, I had hers about 7 months. And the reason why I feel like earlier is for me a little bit better. Well, it's a couple reasons actually. So one, baby may come early. You may be trying to have your shower at 37, 38 weeks and baby decide to come early. You know, that's one reason. Two, it actually gives you so much more time to get your house organized, to get everything done, because with a shower comes with a lot of work. You know, you usually get a lot of gifts or whatever you might get. So you need to organize baby clothes, you're organizing baby bottles, you're organizing baby room. Plus you got to send out thank you cards, and you know what I do. I hope you do. But it's just one of those things. It's like the earlier the better, because when you're at 9 months, everything's already so rush, and it's like, oh my God, baby is coming in 2-3 weeks, and you know, so much to do. So it takes a load off of your shoulders just by having the shower earlier. That's my recommendation, and that's what I've done. Speaking of which, leads us into our next tip, is to prepare early. Again, baby may not wait 40 weeks. So preparing early means getting your nursery together early, go ahead and organizing, having all the things that you need for baby, prepping your hospital bag. I suggest start around 30 weeks. You'd rather be prepared than not prepared, because if baby does start to come early at 37 weeks and you don't have a hospital bag and you don't have this, and you're going to be stressing out about this and stressing out about that, and you don't have it ready, and it's just a whole whirlwind. So whatever you like to do to prepare, whether it's meal prepping, getting your house together, setting up diaper stations, whatever it is, I definitely highly recommend starting early rather than waiting till your last month or last 2 weeks. And that's coming from experience. So I never felt rushed. I never was overwhelmed, because remember, once you deliver baby, you got to deal with baby. That means be responsible for baby. And then a lot of times people get postpartum depression because they're overwhelmed. It's just so much that comes along with that. So I don't like to overwhelm myself. So I always suggest starting early. Now let's talk about sleep. Sleep is very important when you're pregnant. A couple things that's helped me sleep is pregnancy pillows. I have 2 of them. I have a big one that I'm going to show you. It worked with Ace as well, and it's worked with me with this baby, but I also have a small light pillow that actually works too, and it just depends. Let me show you. Okay, so this is my big Perkins pillow. You wrap it on it, you can sleep in it, you can put a piece between your knees. If you don't do that, that's game changing for sleep and for comfortability while you're pregnant. Putting a pillow between your legs. But this is a really, really large one, wraps around your whole body, that you can definitely use during pregnancy, and it is very helpful. And then another pillow I found helpful are these right here. Really, really helpful. You can put these under your tummy if you're so big, you can lay more balanced and flat. Or you can put this between your knees as well too. Really game changing, and I like this one too. So it just depends on where you're at. I know with Ace, I think I use the big one more. I think with baby girl, I've been using this one more, but I had both. So it really depends on your body and your comfort level and what you need. So, but have you some options handy, because you gotta try to get some sleep. It's hard for us to get sleep as is because we can't get comfortable. So get whatever you can to help you get as comfortable as you can be. You may not ever be like really comfortable, but to help you get as comfortable as you can be. I'll say it like that. Another tip that I found from another YouTuber, and I cannot remember who it was because this was years ago. This was with Ace. One thing you can do to help minimize tearing of your skin if you do vaginal delivery, you guys, is olive oil. The same olive oil I shared with you guys earlier for the stretch marks, I use down in this area as well to start moisturizing down there, because again, your skin is stretching, it's tearing. At first, I didn't know if it was gonna work. I heard another YouTuber say that. I said, well, what's the harm? I mean, it's not gonna hurt anything. So I was like, well, let me just try it and see. And with Ace, I did a vaginal delivery and I only had 1 stitch. So, I mean, whether it was contributed to that or not, I don't know, but I'm like, well, it can't hurt anything. It's just oil. So, an oil does help to moisture your skin and prevent stretching, like stretch marks and stuff. So, as you're stretching, it may help. I just wanted to throw that out there because I had heard it from someone else and it actually worked for me. We're going to see what happens with baby number 2. But, you know, what harm is it? You know, you can try it and see. Let us know. All right, so for tackling back pain, I wish I'd done this with Ace, but I didn't even really know. I had really bad back pain with her, baby girl. And so I actually started going to a maternity chiropractor. Did y'all know there were maternity chiropractors out there? I did not know that. I wish I had known, but there are, and I've been going to a maternity chiropractor throughout my entire pregnancy with baby girl, and it's been game changing. So I do want to recommend, if you are dealing with a lot of back pain or issues with your back, try to find you a maternity chiropractor. They're so much better than chiropractors. I've been to a lot of regular chiropractors in my life because I just got a bad back in general, but a maternity chiropractor focuses on your body and baby. So they are so different. They are so different. They tackle your front muscles, they tackle your back muscles, anything attached to baby and your body that's pulling and tugging, that's what they tackle. So it's an amazing experience, and I highly recommend one if you are in pain, especially with baby number 2. I'm dealing with a lot of wrong ligament pain. Maternity chiropractor has definitely helped. So find you one if you need one. All right, this last tip is for leg cramps. Y'all, I have had the most horrible leg cramps with baby girl. I had no leg cramps with Ace, none. But with this girl, I have had the worst leg cramps near my calves. They're like the worst Charlie horses. I mean, oh, you can't move. They're just so painful. Come to find out that you just need more potassium in your system. So whether you want to eat more bananas to get that, or fruits and veggies, whatever you want to do to get your more potassium, or if you want to take a potassium supplement, give that a try too. But if you're dealing with that, that is probably the reason why. And to help prevent them, try you some more potassium. All right, you guys, so that's all for this video. I am going to be starting a membership soon. So you guys, in my membership, I'm actually going to cover a lot more, like gaining baby weight and losing baby weight as well, and maintaining after that, preventing postpartum hair loss. I'm going to tackle a lot more in-depth issues. So you guys, if you see the membership, make sure you do go ahead and join it, and you'll find a lot more in-depth information and hopefully tips that may help you in your life as well. But don't forget to subscribe, and let me know below if you have any additional comments or suggestions, things that may have worked for you, and I will see you guys in my next video.